To start automating your repetitive task in spreadsheets or on the internet in general, I wanted to give you an introduction to Google Apps Script and the editor specifically. So if we go into a spreadsheet, and it could be any spreadsheet, that doesn't really matter. If you go into your Google Sheet menu and hit the Tools option, you can open your script editor right there. So in my case, there's one file that I generated in the prior video called macros.js, which is the file that triggers any macros. So the way the script editor works is that here on the left, you can add files. So we can create a script and say new file.googlescript.js, and we can create functions in there. So in this case, it already starts with function equals my function. This could be like our first function. And we want to do something very similar as this. So we'll explain these different functions within here more specifically. But let's say we want to go into cell D2 and set this function called proper, an array formula that takes that capitalizes the regular expression of B2 to B and takes the first name. And then instead of first name, we want to say D1 taking new first names. Okay, so this is where you will write your code for your script. You didn't have to save it, and that will be saved in that file. So it will automatically call .js. So that's not what we want. We just want to have dot. Okay, perfect. To run a script, we can hit run here, and this will automatically run the function, our first function, or it will let you select which function you would like to run. So in this case, the execution started and completed. In our spreadsheet, we should then see in column D, indeed, the first names added. So that's great. So that seems to work. So another thing that you need to know about the script editor is that you can automate these runs. So that means that you don't have to even be in your spreadsheet. You don't even have to be logged in or even have your laptop or MacBook open. You can just run these automatically. So to do that, there is this whole section of triggers. And if you go in there, you can in the top right, so right here, let's see, right there, you can create a trigger. So if we add a trigger, we can take our function, our first function, and say, okay, the head from spreadsheet or time driven. So we, for instance, want to run this function every day in the morning between 4 a.m. and 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. And if something goes wrong, I want to be notified immediately. And I can save this. And now tomorrow morning at 4 a.m., this script will automatically run, independent of whether I am logged in, whether I'm actually awake, whether my laptop is on or off, doesn't matter. This is run in the cloud and automatically using the Google infrastructure. And by the way, this is all fully for free. So that's absolutely fantastic. So the next step is to start writing more scripts, and that's what we're going to do in the next series of videos. One more thing, if you're already familiar with the script editor and you see this is a bit of a new layout, here in the top right, you can use the legacy editor, which is the old layout. So this might also be handy if you're watching some other tutorials. So good luck, try to implement your first script and your first macro and see if you can get your way around the script editor. If anything is unclear, just leave a comment and I'll try to go back to that as soon as possible. See you next video.